right, welcome back, everyone. We're back live at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. We're in Red Deer, Alberta, playing at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And we've got another great matchup for you all in this final 16 round. Chen taking on Tomami Okuda. Chen from Taiwan. Tamami from Japan. Promises to be a great matchup. Both these ladies fighting to get into the final 8 round, which will be coming up a little later on tonight. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube, everyone, so do me a big favor. Click that share button on the Facebook. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Looks like we had Chen breaking the first rack. She has the white bow in her hair. This is Tomami Okuda at the table here in the white sleeves with the black waistcoat. And Amber with the dry break. Tamami going straight to work, straight in on the 1, stuns over for the 2. Great opportunity here. 5 ball is a little bit tricky, but I think she should be okay considering the 3 is right over the hole, so that should lead her wherever she needs to get on the 4. Oh, and she's played a beautiful little shot there to nudge the 7 out of the way of the 5. How good is that? How good is that, folks? What a shot. And I am following along with the chat on both the Facebook and the YouTube. If you guys have any questions about the format or the players, the equipment, all that fun stuff, if I don't know the answer, I'll find it. So it looks like she knew she couldn't do a lot to get to the 4, so she just took what she can get, and she'll probably play a safety now. A couple of different paths here. Left side of the 4, 3 rails behind the 6. Right side of the 4 using the 8 for cover. It's one other option, banking the 4 up near the 10 and using the 9 for cover. And she's gone around the other way trying to use the 9, and I wasn't a huge fan of that option. I feel like that one was tougher to execute than the other 2. I actually think hitting the left side of the 4 was probably a better play there and swinging the cue ball around 3 or 4 rails behind the 6. And if she did happen to get it wrong, the 8 and the 5 could be big balls there. Nonetheless, Miss Chen coming to the table here. Stunning over for the 5. Leaving a little angle is fine. Now she'll float this one in and stay somewhere around middle table for the 6 should suffice. And if you're just tuning in, everyone, we're live at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. Final match of the round of 16. One of these players will be moving on to the final 8. The other will be exiting in 16th place. Dean Warren in the room, he says, "Where are you hiding? I know you're short, but not that short." I'm hiding behind the curtain. They got me stuck in the corner here, hidden behind a curtain. Which is good, because then these ladies can't necessarily hear my voice all the time. Tomami coming to the table here. I think she has to put a little masse on this ball. I don't think she can see directly to the 6. So we'll probably see her elevate the back end of the cue here a little bit. Try to put some heavy left siding on it to swerve around the 9 ball a bit. Let's see the side angle. Lots of left siding here. Soft stroke. I think a little too firm there. Little too firm to let that spin grab. So it will be Amber Chen with a fantastic chance to put this first game on the board. If you're new to this format, these ladies will play a best of 3 sets. If they tie 1 set apiece, we'll go to a spot shot shootout. And they are racing to 4, playing winner breaks. Yeah, I got put on timeout, Dean. That's right. Donald on the Facebook wants to know, how long is this event? It will conclude tomorrow. This evening we'll have 2 more matches. We'll have a match at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll have a match at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, and that will qualify for the semifinal, the final 4. And those 4 players will come back tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. to play the 2 semifinals and the final. And that will all be on the World Billiard TV YouTube channel. Make sure you go check them out. I think they're just about to go live right now with another match. Sarah Rocha playing Amalia Matas. Guaranteed to be a great match as well. Looks like Miss Chen came up a little short on this 9 ball, but it should be okay. We've seen her play a couple other times during this event. And she shoots the ball super straight. And one thing I want you players to look for when you're watching her play is how low her head is on the cue and how still it stays. But look how low that is. Now let's watch how still she stays over the shot. A little bit of movement, but for the most part stayed fairly still. Made a very clean pot, but she's got another very tricky little shot on this 10 into the side pocket. And really no choice but to go for it, whether banking it or cutting it in the side. But I think the cut is the better shot, more available 2-way options if she catches the nearer horn on the side pocket. 10 might go up table, cue ball should stay down. She doesn't like that. She's going to play the bank and draw the cue ball near this right corner pocket as a 2-way option. Oh, and she just drains it. Never a doubt. What a way to start this match off. Amber Chen going straight to work, drilling in the bank, taking a 1-0 lead. They're playing on these beautiful Predator Apex 9-foot tables. 4 1/4 inch corner pockets, 5-inch sides. Beautiful tables. And if you want to get your hands on one of those, you can always shoot us a message or send us an email, qsportslive@gmail.com. Looks like our CSI referee's got these balls racked up, and Amber Chen is ready to break this rack off. Breaking from the corner, which I like. It's been successful here on this table, but it's not going to be successful this time. So we kind of noticed through the first couple of days that the table was breaking really tough from the middle. Apologies for the camera bump there. Didn't get a chance to move that tripod over or move the chair over a little bit. Definitely have to make sure I do that between this match and the next match. Good safety play from Tomami. Looks like she's found cover behind the 8-ball. She was playing below the 10, but she knew that the 8-ball was a big ball as well. So possibly jumping this one. Looks like she's got the short cue out. Up and over the 8. Try to pot the 1 in the top right. Oh, and she hit it extremely well and didn't miss the pot by much. And what has she left? Doesn't look like a whole lot. I think this ball will cut in the side, but it's extremely difficult. And most of the difficulty there is trying to control the cue ball after it rubs the 2. And she put the 2 right over the hole. That's pretty good. That's a really good shot. This is the final 16. Final 4 will be tomorrow. And if you guys are looking for the brackets, you can find them on ProBilliardSeries.com. We'll also have another stream up in the room at some point this evening or possibly early tomorrow morning on the 7-foot tables watching the CSI Western Canadian Championships. Newly unveiled Predator 7-foot league tables that are playing absolutely fabulous. So Tamami just looking at how she's going to get from the 3 to the 4 here. Trying to decide if she wants to stay around middle table and take the cut or try to slide over to left side rail. She did super well there. I think that was the riskier path, but a higher reward because now all she needs to do is play sort of a stop shot to leave the 5 into the lower right. Smart play there. And thank you, Beverly, for the nice words. And thank you for tuning in, of course. And everyone else out there tuning in, I appreciate you all watching. If you can do me a big favor, click that share button on the Facebook. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Goes a long way for us keeping these streams completely free all the time. And what a treat it's been to sit up close and personal and watch these ladies play. I've learned so much already. And I can't wait to get on the table and start working on my game again with some of the little tips and tricks I've picked up throughout this event. Tomami looking pretty good. She's going to double check whether she wants to play the 7 in the side or in the bottom left corner next. Corner it is, and I feel like that was a better option. More natural to get on the 8-ball next. And the angle on the 8-ball here is going to be important with the 9 on the opposite side rail. She'll need to be sure here of what angle she's getting. And I think just a little stop shot should be okay. Maybe punch over to the side rail a little bit. Yeah, sort of like that. I think she'd rather have more angle than what she got, but this should work. And I love the methodical play from these ladies. They never just get down and fire at a ball. They're always very calculated, very sure of where they want the next ball, and they're very good at steadying their nerves before every shot. Okay, so she was straight enough to only draw back. And now a bit of a steep cut on this 9, and if it's not frozen to the rail, this can be very tricky. We'll see how she deals with it. I don't think she has to do too much with the cue ball here. Back and forth should be pretty natural for the 10 ball. Tony R. Yeah, the side view is overexposed. Needs to be white balanced. Appreciate the tip there, pal. Definitely see what I can do to improve that view a little bit. And I don't think the white balance is doing a whole lot for me there, but it might have helped a little bit. I don't think so. I think we're kind of just at the mercy of the distance that the camera is from the table. We won't worry about that too much. We don't need that side angle too often. Arlene wants to know, will World Billiard TV be the only channel streaming tomorrow's matches? That is correct, Arlene. The 2 semifinals and the final will be streamed on World Billiard TV on YouTube, so make sure you go subscribe to their channel. Looked like Amber tried to shoot that one opposite-handed. Overcut it by quite a bit, and Tomami is going to tie this one up at 1 game apiece. Guaranteed. Just over the side camera here while the other camera settles down a bit from being bumped a touch. I definitely need to get over there in between sets or after this match. I'll probably wait till after this match, just to move over the players' table a little bit, just so they're not kicking the tripod there. They're playing on this beautiful Arcadia cloth. Super fan of this cloth. My home pool room just got all brand new cloth on their tables. And we have a big event coming up next week, starting Wednesday. It's the Q Sports Live Invitational. The men wasn't canceled. The men was postponed. And yeah, Clinton Holmes there, Blake's brother. Pretty ecstatic. Blake won the gold division. I think that's Blake's biggest title to date. Always fun to win one of these big titles. Super exciting stuff. I'm very happy for him too. Huge lover of the game, that Blake Holmes, so very well deserved. Big break from Tamami, but she almost lost the cue ball straight in the side and did not make a ball, so Amber Chen coming to the table here. Tricky little shot on the 1 and no real way to get guaranteed position on the 2. If you're just tuning in, as I was mentioning before, we do have another stream going on in the room. It's World Billiard TV on YouTube. Streaming a great match over there. Some epic commentary in the booth. Tim DeRuiter sitting in with the one and only Kelly Fisher, world #1. Get the confidence in that stroke. Very confidently struck. Seven ball plays pretty big here if you're going to try to cut this 2 into the lower right, so she might have to play the lower left. Absolute heart of the pocket. How's the rub on the 3? It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. She's got no shot on the 3. Well, one thing I love about watching these players play is there's zero panic. She got kind of a funny rub and has no shot on the 3, but she didn't even frown. No shake of the head, no nothing. Just get to business. Find the shot. Figure it out. It's not going to land perfect every time. No need getting upset. Christine wants to know, what do the numbers mean beside the player's name when you look at the bracket online? And why do they all not have numbers beside them? So the top 16 on the WPBA rankings have the number beside them, and they were seeded into the field, so guaranteed a bye. And the reason that not all the players have a number beside their name is they're either not ranked in the top 16 or they have not played on the WPBA tour long enough to have a ranking. So Tomami with a good chance to take control of this match. These ladies will play a best of 3 sets. If they tie one set apiece, we'll have a spot shot shootout. Oh, nice control there. And it looks like she's maintained a little bit of angle on this orange 5. She doesn't need to be perfect on the 6. All she needs to do is be able to see the 6 on the left-hand side of the table, and she'll have a pot on it. 7-9, 7-10 combo. Waiting nearby, not much to do there. Well, looks like she's got more than enough to clear the 8. And now some right spin, maybe a touch of bottom, but you don't want to drag the bottom and risk bringing the side pocket into play. So she'll definitely, I think, just play this slow with right spin. Get the cue ball back where it is now would be ideal. And she's almost put the cue ball exactly where it was. Almost identical. She calls the 10, of course. 7-10 combination to take a 2-1 lead in this race to 4 first set. Let's see how still she stays on this shot. Deadly still. Yeah, I answered the question already.
Oh, did you?
Yep. All good. Rod Arriagada joining us again.
Yeah, so they have like round robin matches going on right now in the teams event. And so there's not going to be any televised matches until tomorrow for them.
Oh, not till tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
So they said you can take the day, do whatever you want. I figured I'd just come here and help you. And then at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be sick for a couple hours, and then I'll come back and help you.
That's right. Kyoko Sone and Alison Fisher are going to be doing battle on the arena table at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Make sure you set an alarm for that one.
It's going to be an incredible matchup.
Most definitely. And I thought Tomami would have no trouble with that 10 combo, and she rattled it. So great opportunity for Miss Chen to take a 2-1 lead instead. 10 ball is a little bit in the way here, but I don't think it should pose too much of a problem. I think she draws this with low right, going 2 rails, and then play the 9 in the upper right corner. But it's amazing how low her head is on the cue. I've just been baffled by this the first few times I watched her.
Yeah.
Her chin isn't on the cue. It's further down.
Further down.
Her
yeah.
nose is almost on the cue.
Well, she's getting the direct sight, right?
So she's looking up through the top of her eyes, but yeah, very direct sight down the shaft of the cue. No wonder she's so deadly accurate.
Yeah, there's probably something to that, to be honest.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to learn out here, so
Yeah.
I might have to try that. Just see how it feels. Maybe I see a little straighter on some long shots or something, right?
That's right, yeah. Somebody once told me that, like, the length of the cue that you have from the tip to your hand, what do they call that area? You know, like that right there, this area here.
From the tip to the hand?
Yeah.
I don't know if there is
a
a word for it.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a word for it, but the longer the distance, they say it's better for addressing the cue ball.
Yeah.
Right, because then you see the full cue ball, you see the full cue, and nothing's really in the way.
You can see it more, yeah.
So then what she's doing basically is kind of the same thing. She's going down. She doesn't have to have that long reach, but she can see clearer, right? And then she sees the line a lot better.
Bank side here for Tomami. Extra chance that she probably didn't think she was getting, so I would guess she's going to drill this bank. That is my prediction.
And you hit it on the spot, man. Makes it to the side.
I don't know if I would have predicted her coming around the 10 and landing straight in on it, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, I know, that's just a little extra magic, that's all.
That's right. 2-1 Tomami in this race to 4. They're playing with these beautiful Arcos 2 balls.
Yeah, and I love the rack, too. The rack is amazing. It feels like when I was racking the balls yesterday and I was practicing, it felt like I was using a magic rack over and over and over again because the brakes were just exploding.
They do rack perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the couple of racks that I played practicing, I couldn't believe. Never had to adjust.
No,
You just
yeah.
put the balls up there and take the rack off, and they
Yeah.
stayed. That never happens. That trick never works. I think maybe player break from Miss Chen.
Perhaps.
I think that's what Tomami just went up and told the referee.
Yeah, because they usually don't actually take a break till the first set is over, right?
Yeah, and she's not supposed to take a break when it's Tomami's break. She's supposed to only take her 5-minute break when it's her turn at the table.
Ah.
Because
I didn't know that.
it can be sharking.
Yeah, I guess technically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your opponent just ran out, and now it's their break again, and you're like, just 5 minutes, cool off a little bit, let you cool off.
So what is what happens there? Does she get penalized for this, or?
No, because I think what she did was ask her opponent if it was okay. Her opponent could have told her, no, absolutely not. It's my break.
Yeah.
Take a break when it's your shot. But I think she just said, no problem. Go right ahead.
Any updates in other matches?
Yeah, I think, and they're asking about Zlateva, if she will be streamed after this. I don't think we have. We do have the next stream match scheduled.
Bean Hung moves on.
It will be Friday, 7 o'clock, so an hour and a half time. We're going to have Christina Zlateva versus Joanne Ashton.
Greg Jenkins is going to be happy to see Bean Hung where she is. He's from Australia.
And it sounds like Silvakos and Philip Terrence on the YouTube will be happy to see that Zlateva is playing on the stream table next. And then we'll have the following round, which will be at 9 o'clock, Bean Hung versus Carolyn Powell, guaranteed to be a great match as well.
And then the winner of this table plays who? The winner of which table?
Winner of this table will play the winner of Sarah Rocha and Amalia Matas, who are playing on the World Billiard TV YouTube channel right now.
Hard to figure out who's going to win this tournament. So many great shooters in the building.
Anybody's tournament right now, and that final 8 is going to be super stacked.
Yeah, and I can only imagine the final 4. Oh man, that's going to be crazy. Nobody's going to be missing. They're going to be making cuts from everywhere, locking each other up, right behind the ball, frozen with no angle.
The level of play has already been super high. I can't imagine it getting any better, but it will. Arlene wants to know, when is the Allison Fisher match? It's also at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. That will be on the arena table, World Billiard TV on YouTube.
That Christina Joanne match is going to be really good too. Joanne had a really strong game in that match, the last one she played on here.
So this is kind of what I was talking about, how it can be sharking.
Yeah.
Because she shouldn't have gone. And the match has only been going for half an hour, so there was no...
It could have been an emergency situation, though. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely could have been.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not. Hopefully she's okay, but it just seems strange half an hour into the match to run away when it's your opponent's break. So I'm not going to lie.
She's coming back, I think.
I'm not a huge fan of that move there. And I know she missed a couple balls, so she was frustrated with the way it was going.
Yeah.
So I think the break was partly to try to refocus herself,
Yeah,
but it
try to
also
reset.
maybe stalled her opponent a little bit. Not to say that it'll bother Tomami at all. I'm sure she's very focused.
Yeah, and you're at a different stage of the tournament now, so you're obviously your focus level is strong and things like that shouldn't really affect you too often.
So a dry break, but 2 balls in jail. She's got a shot on the 1, but no real way to do anything with the 2. So I think it'll be probably a safety on the 2 next. She tried to draw right into it, but I don't even know if that was available. I feel like that was
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
reaching a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Same problem for Tomami, though. That 2 ball is trapped.
Yeah, she's shooting over the ball. Makes it hard to control the cue ball.
Would she maybe call the 10 here?
I don't know. Look like
Play
she
the,
pointed to that corner.
yeah, play the
Tangent line
play
is
the
sort of
billiard.
there.
Yeah, I think the original line's going into the 6, but yeah,
Well,
she's
she
playing
stunned it
safe.
down or drew it back. Yeah, she was playing it safe.
Safety all day, and she executed it really well.
You gotta keep in mind, like, these players really won't go for crazy shots like that. It's not worth the risk.
Player timeout graphic still on the screen. Good to know. Good call. Thanks, Christine.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm falling asleep at the wheel here.
Commentator break, or no, what is it? Commentator timeout.
Yeah, I should say commentator timeout. Yeah. Thank you for picking up on that, guys. First time I fell asleep at the wheel in this tournament, so.
It's just because it was like something aside of it, right? So it's like, and then when she came back, we kind of just resumed into it.
That's right.
Forgot that we were on a break.
That's right.
Yeah, we're humans, and we're humans on like 5 hours sleep every day.
Humans on no sleep and very little food.
Yeah. Are we really humans?
Robots.
Robots. Just not the kind of robots. Well, you are, but I'm not the kind of robot that runs out every table.
Not like these ladies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
These ladies run out lots. Those mosquitoes in here have been bad, hey?
Yeah. Got one coming buzzing around my face.
Yeah. Good safety there. I think she's blocked off the left side rail. Yeah, definitely no hit happening there, so she'll need to find another path. She's looking up table, but this is super tough. One rail between the 9-5 is a pretty small gap to make contact on this ball. Does she get a rail after? She does, but it doesn't matter. It's pretty much as good as just giving ball in hand, I think. Pretty close to the same thing. Pretty close. Good hit, but didn't get rewarded. She'll try to maintain angle on the 3 to break the 4, but she totally overhit it. Guarantee she wasn't trying to be this far away from the 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenging shot. I'm trying to get anything for the 4. Not going to happen here. You're going to have to try to just make the shot and then try to play a safety afterwards.
That's right.
I'm not sure about this one, though. Because the 6 ball is the only ball that she can really use as a blocker. Looks like the 5's going to block the cue ball from going up table unless she runs into it and tries to take the cue ball up table off of it. But not guaranteed she's going to leave it safe. If anything, she'd just be creating some distance.
I think God's Green on the YouTube channel here asking, they're not for sale yet, right? I'm not sure what he was referring to.
Talking about the Predator tables?
If it was the 9-foot or the 7-foot, they are both for sale.
Yeah, and the lights, the Predator Arena billiard system.
And I like this one. The practice room says, real question is, when will Ben create the Pool World According to Ben YouTube channel? I might have to make that one day.
Hey, that's marketable.
The Pool World According to Franchise.
Nice shot.
Oh my goodness, that's the second time she's drilled in a bank like that. Making those bank shots look easy.
I might learn how to make a bank if I keep watching these ladies play the way they're playing. I love the level of focus. That's what I love to watch.
Every ball is shot with 100% intent.
Yeah.
Never getting down and just firing them. I can't believe how low her head is on the cue and how still it stays.
Yeah.
It's super impressive.
Well, it's obviously a habit that she's developed over years.
Yeah, somebody taught her that.
I always wondered, if the people that hold the cue to the chin have an advantage or not. Because there's people that do and then people that shoot over the top.
I think if you practice anything enough, you'll be fine. But certainly her style of play with having it very low, you're going to be twice as accurate.
Yeah, you can see how low that is right there again.
Yeah, it's lower than most. Lower than most. Something to aspire to, really, is try to get my head that low on the cue. Decent angle on this 7, but she's got to watch the slide off the rail doesn't send her directly into the 8. Little top right, and probably shoot the 8 in the same hole. I don't know if she risks rolling it to play the 8 in the side. 9 ball's a little tricky here too, so she needs premium angle on the 8. This might be too straight.
Yeah, I feel like it is. She might have to play this through and try to get as close as possible, as straight to the shot.
I think she can get to the end rail, right? Just a little angle going the other way. So maybe go top all the way to the end rail.
Looks like she's going to be able to spin her off the rail with some left spin.
Yeah, all the way to the top rail and just spin it over a little bit. Oh, she just punched it over there. What a stroke.
Yeah, that was nice.
She made that look way easier than it was to punch it over like that.
That was beautiful, man. Nice position on the 9. Easy follow-up shape for the 10. Just have to keep composure here.
Yeah, I'm just saying staying super still is key on this shot, but she is awesome at that. And you notice how she didn't try to flirt with getting straight in. She knew she didn't need to be in.
That's right, yeah.
Being straight brought in the corner pocket there, so she stayed well away from it.
And she's right. Just need to have a shot here. Doesn't have to be straight.
Drains it and ties this match at 2. Beautiful game these two ladies are playing so far.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the match. I came in a little bit behind, but ever since I came in, I'm grateful to have a front row seat to this match.
No doubt. They are both playing awesome.
So anything stand out to you about these players so far? I mean, one of the things we know is that we've seen that she can get down the shot. She's got some good banks. What does the other player have?
Super low. They both have extremely good fundamentals. Extremely good. You don't really get this far in a tournament with sloppy play, right?
Yeah.
Quick shout out to some of the sponsors of the event: Rums of Puerto Rico, Predator, Medalla Premium Light, Kamui, Arcadia Performance Cloth. And of course, we got Kamui, CSI, WPBA, Alpha Coin, Q Sports Live. They're still having trouble hearing you. You might have to move your mic closer to your mouth. I'm not sure. Or just talk a little louder.
I'm trying not to be too loud, that's all.
They won't be able to hear us here.
Are you sure?
If you can't hear yourself, then the viewers can't hear you. So if you're too quiet,
okay, I got you.
You'll be able to see kind of by this bar bouncing too.
It's
up around the 12.
So which one am I? I'm the left one?
We're both the same. It's
Both
just left and right volume in their ear is all that is.
I got you.
But thank you, Arlene.
Thank you, yeah.
Certainly anytime we're too loud, too quiet, or whatnot, just let us know and we'll make adjustments.
And I'm usually never quiet, right? But I'm just trying to be respectful because I don't know if they can hear me or not. And I don't really want to distract them for their game. So I'm trying to be, kind of quiet. But now that I can speak a little bit louder, that's going to be comfortable for me too.
Now they're saying her name is Tamami with an A, not an O. So they got it spelled 2 different ways on the bracket just to keep me on my toes. How awesome is that?
Tamami, not Tomami?
Yeah, I got it spelled wrong on the screen. My apologies. Thank you for pointing that out. Jerry Stuckart. It is spelled correctly on both brackets, too. I don't know where I saw it with an O. My apologies. Tony Robles did not come up to Red Deer. He was originally going to come when there was going to be a men's pro event. Look at this little shot. Beautifully played. Super thin on the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there a possibility of that 10 ball going in?
Not from here.
She's taking a look at something over there. I feel like maybe that 2, 7, 10 is somewhat kind of lined up there.
No, I think the 2. I think the 7 is even missing the entire 10.
Oh, okay.
But she might be able to like super thin the 2 and carom in the 10. It's possible.
Yeah, I don't think she would do that anyway, unless
No.
it was like guaranteed to make something happen.
It's the same reason that
Nice weight on the
Amber
shot.
didn't take a swing at the 10 like Dave Harding was calling there. She just kept it contained. A very nice shot from Tamami. Does she have the edge of this ball? She might be able to send the cue ball behind the 6 near the 8. Kind of leave the 2 close to the 3.
Oh, I actually can see some of it.
The 4 needs to come to the rescue here, and I think it has.
Yeah, nice shot. Perfect weight on the shot.
Probably going to be jumping here, depending how well she jumps.
It's so close to the rail, you're going to do it, more than likely.
Quickly over to the short cue she goes.
She's likely going to run to that 3 ball, though, which might push that 3 ball towards that 7. Good hit.
Yeah, she got over the ball nice, and she's not going to leave this easy. She could possibly back cut this in the top right, but it doesn't do her any favors. I don't think she'd be on the 3, so it's not worth going for. She should be trying to find a good safety here.
She has a tangent line towards that 6, but the 4 is sort of in the path too. But if she can maybe get across bank and take that cue ball towards that 6 and have it behind that. A little bit too heavy, but yeah, something like that. But I was thinking maybe she can hit that light enough where she could have used that 6 ball as a blocker. She went for distance.
Which is going to work out okay. I think she might have a tough next shot, but she buys herself another shot. Robert wants to know where the brackets are. They're on probilliardseries.com. She doesn't get cover from the 3. Definitely not full ball cover.
Yeah, it should be an easy hit. Not sure what. I guess you're more or less just trying to get the hit here. I wonder if she can see enough of it just to clip it and just take that cue ball around. Oh yeah, she can see enough of it. She's aiming for it.
I think that's that's probably the play. Send the cue ball right back where it is now, yeah.
A little too heavy though.
Really got to move that table. Looks like the cut in the side is available here. Probably swing around a couple of rails, maybe play the 3 in the lower right.
Yeah, that seems like the natural path for the cue ball here. Add a little touch of spin, you get that extra weight to get up there.
Just a little short of the mark, but still very makeable.
Yeah, not bad. I'm okay with this shot if I'm her.
Absolutely.
And you still have a nice little tangent line here to be able to come back across with a 4-ball.
She has to elevate a little, avoid the side pocket. It shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Oh, she missed a shot.
Yeah, looking too much at the cue ball, not enough at the object ball.
Yeah.
That could be a big moment in this match because if Amber can find her way out of this, she gets to the hill first.
Yeah, it's so important to get to the hill first, and then it's also important to win that first set. It gives you a little bit of extra room mentally on the table for the second set.
Oh, I thought as soon as she hit it, she overcut it by quite a bit. She made a really good shot there. That was a tough pot.
Yeah, should be okay here to just come over for the 5. Just gonna have to put in some work from the 6 to the 7, though. It looks like it's a little bit of a distance between them. If she makes the shot and gets a decent lineup here on the 5 to the corner, she should be able to shape up for that 6 ball and then get the angle to come back for the 7. Yeah, 9 ball's going to help that.
Yeah, I like how she used the 9 there. Slow the cue ball. Leave angle on the 5. Lee Smith, no teams today. They put them all over on different tables. And it's just the qualifying round, so they will be back 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And you'll have Rod and myself on the mic there for those matches as we're done over here after the last match tonight. She wants to leave angle on the 6, but I think she's going to land too close to straight in. She might have to just draw this up the left side rail.
Yeah, instead of trying to come back across to the right, just come straight back.
She's shown us some massive stroke power before, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if she came across near the 10 ball here.
I think that's probably as best as she can maybe get is by the 10 ball. Just above or just below it of her screen.
Watch her wrist snap here to create extra power. See how the grip gets really loose and then tightens up. That's to keep that wrist loose, and she gets a little extra power out of her wrist. She came up slightly short, but I think this is okay.
Yeah, I feel like this shot is makeable too, but it's a challenging shot. It's not an easy one.
Being right-handed here will help a little bit. She doesn't have to reach quite as far.
Another thing too is that she can play this with inside spin. She's got the 9 ball to stop that cue ball, and the 8 ball is just sitting by the pocket. The only thing she's got to focus on here is just making the shot.
It's a big factor in this shot is she doesn't really need to play shape. 8's over the hole. Oh, she almost overcut it. She hit it so good.
Great shot. Yeah, I want to clap too. That was a great shot.
Nice thing about that was she pushed the 9 up there near the 8.
Yeah, that's even better. I mean, that was a guarantee she was going to have an easy 8, but pushing the 9 ball up there just makes it a lot more easier to get to the finish now. And at a crucial time too, right?
Yeah, this is such a big game in this set. First one to the hill is going to have 2 cracks at the cat. She leaned into that one a little. She didn't seem 100% sure about it. That's probably the most motion I've seen in any one of her shots. And if you're just tuning in, everyone, we're at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. We're in Red Deer, Alberta at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And if you happen to be in the area or nearby, come check it out. Make a drive. Free to enter, free to watch all the events. You can watch these deadly ladies just shooting the eyes off the balls. Amber Chen to get to the hill first here. She does indeed. 3-2 now leading in this first set. Great
matchup so far.
Yeah, this is a good good style matchup. I think they both play quite similar.
Yeah, and it's got the writing on the wall, but I ain't gonna say it because you know why.
Because it didn't work last time.
It didn't work last time. It's not my day today. It's your day. You make the calls on this one.
That's right. See if I can straighten out this camera a bit since they're kicking it all over the map today. Great collaboration this year from Predator and Jam Up. So many cool designs. New stuff every week.
Yeah, and it's great quality shirts too, and clothing. I mean, they have hats, everything. I believe didn't Jam Up come up with some sneakers too recently?
Yeah, I think just a limited line though.
Oh, okay.
They're contemplating if they should keep doing that or not. So I think they just made a few. Amber Chen to break. One ball should be in, but not a great shot happening on the 2 here.
Yeah. Good thing. She's got a push option though.
She might be able to pot the 2. The problem being, what do you do with the 4 next? I don't think it passes the 6. She just went over and looked.
Yeah, I know. You can settle for, if you can try to get the cue ball back to where the 2 ball is off the rail back and forth, you can maybe take the back cut on that 4, but I don't think it can do it. Yeah, it doesn't go past the 10 ball, I don't think.
No, it's blocked by the 10 a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Tough to tell from here, though. It might actually pass. These camera angles can be a little deceiving.
Yeah, you're right.
First task, though, this is no easy shot.
I feel like she's just going to try to play safe here. She went for the shot.
Fearlessly potted.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Really good shot.
The crowd around appreciated that one, too.
And that kind of tells me that maybe the 4 does pass into the lower left. Otherwise, she would have tried to do more with the cue ball there. She would not have rolled in that ball and left it like this if it didn't go.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out the angle here to get back onto the 5. She might even be able to line up for a 5-10 combo because it's a pretty straight line from the 5 to the 10 in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think she'll roll it that slow. It'd be a little risky.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
She probably goes into the 6 here. Goes one rail pretty natural into the 6. Oh, it caught the 5 first, and that's not giving her many options.
No, but she still has a shot.
Safety behind the 10, I believe. She could use the 10-8, just send the 5 over the right side rail.
Yeah, trying to take this shot on would be a little bit more difficult because it's a bit of a stretch shot.
Yeah, I don't think cutting this in is a good option.
No. She went to take a look at the shot, though.
She's pretty fearless, so.
Yeah.
And look at
she's switching hands.
She's even going to switch. She missed the ball switching hands earlier. Doesn't seem to have affected her at all.
No.
Overcut again.
Overcut her a little bit. But somebody kind of like screamed over there somewhere else, and maybe it rattled her a little bit there.
Possibly. Tough shot with left-handed
she got a good
opposite
leave,
hand. Yeah, pretty good leave. Definite got second prize there.
Can easily come off a couple rails here and just bank this 5 ball slightly. Oh, above the 6 would have been better. This is not an easy makeable shot either. You might have to use a reach for this, or unless you got an extension for your cue.
Yeah, being she's vertically challenged like myself, this is a tough one to reach for sure.
I thought she was going to shoot that one-handed for a second.
That would have been crazy. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would have been.
Final 16 in a major pro event. She just spikes it in one-handed, draws back.
Perfect shape for the 6.
Jason Schultz wants to know if Brittany's still in. She is not. She just lost a heartbreaker on the arena table. So she finished in 16th place, top 16.
Yeah, and being hung, I don't know. I kind of watched her play. She has a really nice game, too.
She played so good. And so Joanne Ashton is the lone Canadian left in the field, playing in the final 8 against Kristina Zlateva on this table next at 7 p.m., assuming this match is done by 7.
At the moment, only 3 seeded players remaining, right? And maybe a 4th one coming through. Or no, I think the last match, both players aren't seeded, right?
Let's take a look. Carolyn seeded number 4.
Oh, yeah, the last one's seeded too because Amalia's
Amalia's
number
16.
16.
So I have number 3, number 9, number 8, number 4, and possibly number 16. Still lots of seeded players left.
Yeah, you're right.
Lisa thought Amber Chen was out. Definitely not. You're watching her right now. Up on the tippy toes to reach this ball. She's got such a pure cue action. Super fun to watch. She really just goes through the ball so nicely. The follow through is so nice.
Yeah.
And she's looking at forcing a hill game here. Oh, correction. She's looking at just taking down this set.
That's right. I was just going to say.
3 more balls to close out this first set. Guarantee herself a shootout.
Well, that's going to work. It would have been nice to have something, that you can come off gently off the side rail, but going off the top rail is going to work too.
Yeah, and even if she doesn't like that, she could always just heavy draw it over
That's
the left
right.
side rail, but I think you're right. I think she plays to the top rail.
It feels like there's a little bit of a cut angle, right? Just slight. So you might have to go tops, but we'll see. She's aiming for draw right now.
She smooths it so well.
Yeah, nice stroke.
Absolutely perfect. This 10 ball to take the first set.
Shots in.
Drills it without an issue, and she wins the first set 4-2. That'll bring us to set 2.
That's going to feel good for her for sure. To be able to win that first set like she did with a nice score of 4-2.
Absolutely. So I don't think they'll take a player break since they already had one when the score was 2-1, but I got to use the washroom, so I'm going to leave you
All right.
to it for a moment.
You do your thing. If there's any scoring stuff, I'll just wait till you get back. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, yeah, I see it now. All right, just me in here now. Try to keep it quiet. No screaming, right, Ben? No screaming. All right. Well, we're moving into rack number 1 of the second set. Tamami is behind on one set, and she gets to break first, so she's looking to get a good start on this one. A little bit of a cluster in the middle. Looks like she's going to come up dry. And this is going to be a bit of a grind here. Amber Champ says Ederly too. Lisa Carver says she's a very meek person, shows no nerves. Yeah, I love that about her. I'm admiring the way she plays. I can learn a lot. I think a lot of us can learn a lot from the way she plays. Just a nice balance between being aggressive and playing smart. Going to lose a cue ball. It's going to be a ball in hand. Still has to figure out how to get that 3-ball open. And because the table is laid out the way it is, she kind of has to go up table, then get an angle on the 2-ball. So have to draw into the pack, into the 9, 10, and 3, or to go bottom rail back into the pack that way. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I'd like to work something with an angle on the 2-ball to come into the pack directly instead of going into the rail and then back into the pack. I feel like the result's going to be better if you do that, you know, because you're going to hit that 9, that's going to push the 3 ball up, bounce off the bottom rail, come up slightly, then the cue ball will come over slightly, it'll run into that 10 ball, which will push everything out of the way and should give you the shot to follow up. We'll see what she decides to do. She has the options here to come off the rail and come into the pack or to draw into it. She's going to go into it off the top rail, and, well, she got it out, but she's going to have to look at a jump shot now. Or a kick shot, I guess, or a kick safe. Looks like she's going to try to go for a kick safe. Contact on the 3 is good. It needs a little bit of luck here. If the cue ball stops, or the 3 ball stops there, that will work. Yeah, there's a bank definitely there. Kind of a two-way shot too, because if you hit it short, it'll bounce that 3 ball back to the bottom rail and the cue ball go up and try to hide. But she's going to lose the cue ball, and that's going to be a ball in hand. Just a little bit more to the right, she hits that top rail, and then that makes that cue ball bounce right off that rail into that 6. She's perfect. But unfortunately for her, it's going to be a ball in hand. And Amber Chen will have a chance to be able to take the lead in this first rack of the second set. Just need to basically come sort of to the center of the table. A little bit too far, she might have to use a reach to be able to make this shot. Shouldn't have a problem controlling the pace here from the 3. Or sorry, that's a 2. I thought that was a 4. Yeah, so she was good. She was perfect shaped. And well, now she's got the 3, no problem. Shot to come back for the 6. Try to get back to center there for the 7 ball. Ideally, she'd like to be close to where the 9 ball is when she gets to the 7. Maybe just above the 9 ball, so she has an angle to be able to make the 7 come back across for the 8. That's all going to depend on how she gets the shape here from the 3 to the 6. So now it's going to be tougher for her to be able to come right back to the top of the table or towards where that 7 ball is. So she's going to have to settle for a longer shot on the 7 ball. And if anything, you're trying to get the cue ball just to the right side of the table, as close to the rail as possible, but you want a little bit of room. You can hit this, you know, medium pace or really hard so you come back and forth a couple of times. And she's hit that perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to naturally get over for the 8. I feel like she might have to draw this back. And it's going to have to take a major draw here if she wants to get past that 9 for the shape on the 8. I feel like maybe she can go forward too, but I think most of us will probably go for the draw shot here. Yeah, and she had to go for the draw shot. The only problem with a draw shot is that, you know, you're forcing the cue ball a little bit, so you add a little bit of extra deflection or squirt to the ball changes how the shot comes off. The only way to get around that is to just reduce the spin just by a little bit. You know, I'd say like maybe a quarter less tip or half less tip, and that makes the adjustment so you can do the shot the way she tried to make it. So a great opportunity here for Tomami, but she's going to have to just hit this ball and hope for the best. And this is sort of okay. This is kind of, you know, she just missed a shot, right? So you got a little bit of that going in your head. Then you come back in, then you see the shot coming up. It's a little bit longer. You got to put a little bit of force into it to get back for the aid. So there's a little bit of a process here. We'll see how she deals with it.
Not an easy shot by any means. Elevating the cue a little bit. She's got to get above this 8. Oh, what a stroke.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. I want to clap for that one, too.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
That was fantastic.
I'm going to go get her to sign my shirt. She's just got an incredible game.
Amber Chen in the house, everyone. She won the first set. Now she's looking at carrying on in the second set here. Trying to avoid the shootout.
It would be crazy to watch these two players go into a shootout, to be honest. I don't know if my heart can handle that.
I don't know if mine could either, but I feel like they wouldn't miss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
they have nerves of steel.
They might set the world record for the long amount of times that it'll take to make the shot or to
most
get
consecutive spot shots. Yeah. This comment from the practice room on the YouTube says, I don't think the Ben Needs a Bourbon Fund is doing well enough. Click the like button to get all 67 pounds of him drunk. He's right about one of those things. Click the like button.
That's right. Come on, get over it.
That'll be just enough. If she was left-handed, this is a nightmare, right, Rod?
Yes. You know, I feel like I'd probably shoot this one right-handed.
Yeah, you probably got to shoot it righty. She's right-handed. She won't have any trouble with this.
Yeah, for me, ambidextrous, this would probably be a very challenging shot as a right-handed.
Yeah, it's not so easy.
Shot, yeah.
She has zero problems with it. 1-0.
I just love the way she plays, man. She's got a strong game. I never watched her play before, but she's become my favorite for the one to win the event.
She's going to be a force to be reckoned with. We had her on the stream pretty early in the event, and the fans said the same thing. She's going to be a force.
Yeah.
And we also have another stream going on in the room. Well, it looks like it actually could be on break or possibly over. Let's see if we can find out what's going on over there. It's on the World Billiard TV page on YouTube. It looks like they're just on TV timeout. Make sure you go check them out too. One more match this evening. No, 2 more matches, correction.
Yeah, see, it's because you and I are trying to be sick at 7 o'clock. That's why.
That's why I keep thinking, yeah, one more, yeah.
We're going to have to start, maybe try to page Grant, let him know he's going to need somebody to take over the mic.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody get in the booth. Me and Rod got more important things to do, like watch Allison Fisher play.
Oh, my God, that's going to be such a crazy match. The winner of that match is going to be one of my other picks for whoever gets to the final.
Allison's going to be very tough to beat.
Yeah, the Duchess. She brought the doom today.
Wow, and she had to build a ton of confidence from making all 4 of those spot shots.
That's crazy.
She's got to be thinking, if it goes to a spot shot, nobody's beating me.
You know, and I feel like Kelly, when she made, like, 'cause she missed the first one, right? But when she made that third one, I felt like she felt for real like she had a chance there because maybe Allison was going to miss.
And no chance.
No chance.
So Amber with the 1 made on the break, but no shot on the 2, so push out. And she might have let this one leak out a little too far. I think the safety's pretty routine here.
Yeah. Maybe the idea was stick it to the rail more.
Yeah, if you could freeze it up on the rail, the safety would have been much tougher. She can bank the 2 below the 10, or she can play the cue ball below the 10. I like the cue ball below it. And she liked the 2 ball below it, but it leaked out a bit. She's left the edge of this ball.
Yeah, and even if we can't see much of the edge, it's an easy kick shot. I wonder, I don't know. I'm starting to think like a slasher, man. Like I'm looking, what would Andrew Jaworski do here?
He would just kick at
combo.
the 2, combo the 10 in the side.
And then would go straight in the pocket, I swear to God.
It would never hesitate. And he would have shot it already.
Yeah. By the way, he won a championship with that style of play, man. Great player.
Andrew played great. And well-deserved. That guy puts a lot of time into his game.
He had a chance to win the 10 ball too, and he almost got it, and then just hung up that 10 ball. And after that, it's hard to think of somebody that comes up that close to winning but comes up short, and then to come up in the next event the next day and then win it.
And win it. Strong mind, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And a strong will to win is the key there. What does Tomami have here? Oh, just 2 rails into the 2, trying to create separation. And that's not the worst result she could have got. Tough shot for Amber coming up here.
She's just got to watch the pace more or less here for the 3 ball. She's going to have to come off 2 rails. Well, yeah, 2 rails will do.
I don't think the 3 passes in the bottom left. Otherwise, that might even be a better option. Just heavy spin it.
Yeah, and then you can play this a little bit more freely, right? You can add a little bit more stroke behind it.
Exactly. This way, she's going to have to almost decelerate the stroke a bit to hold it. Not a fun shot.
It's in, and where's the shape?
Easy to overrun it like she did, but the 4's near the hole, so...
Yeah, this isn't bad. You can make this, you got a nice tangent line to come off the rails, and the 4 ball's sitting by the pocket, so as long as you get to the right side of the table, you're going to have the 4 ball. Oh, there's something interesting. You see that?
Yeah, Amber beat Allison Fisher 9-5 at the 2017 CBSA Luzhou 9-ball open at the age of 17. Beating Allison Fisher 9-5 when you're 17 years old is pretty good.
Oh, man, that's going to be, well...
And she's the 2016 and 18 World Juniors 9-ball champion.
Look, man, if these 2 ladies end up meeting up in the final, I just got to let you know right now, I might be sick tomorrow, too.
Allison and Chen.
Yeah.
The draw is according. They could do it.
Yeah.
I might be sick, too.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, how do you miss that? You can't miss that match. Or maybe we don't have to miss it. Maybe I can just watch it on the YouTube channel and just ignore the stream while I'm working.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have the mics on. We just won't be doing commentary.
I'll just pre-record some little things like, oh my God, I can't believe you missed that, like something like that, right? Or he made the shot, right? And then I'll just press the buttons while I'm watching the YouTube channel, right?
What a shot!
What a shot!
Super unlucky.
I'll grab somebody from the bleachers and I'll say, hey man, come here. I need you to hit this button every time somebody makes a nice shot.
That's right.
And I got the replays all done too.
Pretty good shot there from Tamami. She's got a look at this 5, but the 7 ball is huge here. She's got to avoid the brown 7 to get on the 6, and it's a massive ball from the angle she's on.
Do you try to play one rail shape, or do you go off 2?
Yeah, I think just 1 and try to get to the side rail, but she's not going to get there.
Keep going. Oh, just a little short.
Yeah, but I like the play, though. Just try to get to the left side rail. She could jump this. It's only about a quarter of the ball, maybe half of the ball jump. She's not jumping over all of the 7.
Yeah, she's thinking like you. She's grabbing her jumper.
Yeah, quickly over to the jump cue. I'd expect her to get very close to potting this ball.
Well, at least she was going to hit it for sure because she was right-handed, so it was on a favorable side.
That's right. And she missed the pot, and she left the 6 over the hole. Big chance for Amber to take control of the second set.
It's going to be kind of interesting to see how she gets from the 7 to the 8 to make shape for the 9.
Yeah, the 9 really only available into the bottom left.
Well, I'm just wondering.
After the 8.
I'm wondering if she's taking the 7 to the side. She's going to take it to the corner. That's really where I'm kind of thinking because the shape here, she has both options, right?
I think I like the side. You try to roll this one, you can get caught up. So I think I like stroking through it a little more firm. Play all the way to the side. Oh, she got a clip of the 10, but I think this is going to be okay. Let's check the side angle, see how close that 7 is. think she can beat the scratch. Man, I can't win. Somebody just bumped that camera too.
Isn't that funny?
That one's like in the middle of nowhere.
You need to make a sign tonight that says, please don't bump into the camera.
Yeah, no doubt. Just can't win, right? Sometimes. Yeah. I thought I blocked that one off good over there too. So I think she can beat the scratch here. I don't think the cue ball goes in the side pocket, but she does need to play with inside and land below the 8, so she just went over to look to see if the 8 goes in the side. You
try to hit this a little bit thinner and use left-hand spin so you can cheat the angle a little bit. That way you come off the cushion and back to the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. You do have to cheat this one a little bit.
Instead of hitting the stick like you normally would, you try to hit it a little bit thinner. But you let the spin do the job, not the cue ball.
That's right. Oh, she's done so well there. What a great shot.
Amazing shot.
Some claps from the crowd on the side watching. They appreciated that one.
I'm telling you, man, if it wasn't because you told me not to scream, this thing would have been loud.
He might have screamed, yeah. Can't scream on pro events.
I don't.
We can scream on amateur side of events. They don't mind.
They
quite enjoy it,
me.
Actually. Referee just smacks you in the head.
Yeah, put me on a timeout.
We're already in timeout. Hidden in the back corner of the room behind the curtain. We're in timeout.
That's right. Good thing that we're see-through because I can sort of see some things behind it.
Yeah, exactly. Just enough to know what's going on, right?
Well, just enough to know you're not in a cage.
That's right. At least it's not locked. They didn't lock us over here.
That's right.
We're free to go in and out.
Let's go home and sleep eventually.
Eventually, yeah. A couple more days. We'll get some sleep. This 10 ball to take a 2-0 lead in the second set. She's looking at running away with this match. Playing super strong.
Yeah, super strong start here in the second set. And now, you know, if you're the opponent, you might start thinking a little bit, you know, I need to kind of reset here.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to think some pretty negative thoughts when you're sitting there watching your opponent run out. You're kind of just thinking, well, I got top 16.
And she really hasn't done anything wrong.
Not a lot.
That's the thing. When you're playing at this level now, like anything you do, really, it may not even come down to mistakes. It just may come down to the other player just made an incredible shot off your safety.
That's right.
Are you guys using cell phones to stream this? Also, why use Facebook? Not go through YouTube. It is on YouTube. It's on YouTube as well.
And we're using not cell phones.
No, yeah, I can never do this kind of job with a cell phone.
No, definitely not. We have a pretty fancy camera and a little webcam for the side view. But it looks like we're having Facebook issues again. So if it's a little choppy over there, just head on over to YouTube.
If somebody invented a camera phone that was that good, I'd pay money for that because then, you know, my traveling would be so much cheaper. Just
they already have. We just can't buy it here.
Oh, okay.
The Huawei.
The
Huawei smartphone is like unbelievable. It's way higher quality than any camera you can buy.
Really? So how come we can't get it?
Because it's only in China. And North America has put a ban on them.
Really?
Yeah. Some politics involved there for sure, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Look how much he's misplayed this ball, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, right?
I think you're right.
You kind of get into your own head a little bit here.
Yeah, I think she's a little shook.
Yeah, well, you're thinking like the first set is down. Now she's got a strong lead. So now you feel like your back's against the wall for real, even though it's not, you know, but you feel like it is. So you start losing a little bit of that focus. It's not that you're missing shots, but you just lose a little bit of focus, right?
That is right. Oh, what a great hit.
Beautiful hit. Needs a little bit of luck.
And she's not getting it. That shot right there, well, more so the shot before when she hooked herself, that could kind of be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, the way Amber's been playing so far, I don't know.
Can't see her making a mistake here.
I just can't. No, she seems like a closer, right?
The only tricky shot is going to be the 6 to the 7, but with where the 5 is, and more specifically where the 4 is, the 4 is going to lead you to wherever you want on the 5, and then you can kind of get short side on the 6, and getting to the 7 shouldn't be a problem. This is a pretty good layout.
Yeah, it's a nice layout for sure. I mean, even if you play that 7 right, it might be easy to get onto the 8 ball as well.
Yeah, she's looking real good here to put herself on the hill. Trying to get into the final 8. Going to have one more match tonight. The winner of this match will play at 9 p.m. tonight Mountain Time to try to qualify for the semi-final.
Another good shot there. So she'll have a couple options here on what she wants to do for the 5 to get onto the 6. She'll be able to make that 6 to the top right or to the bottom right. Will be her choice here.
What a stroke.
Yeah, I seen that shot right through.
The power on that stroke. She just hits the ball so pure.
Yeah, and the crowd feels that one too. They appreciate the fact that she put that effort in.
Quite the knowledgeable crowd sitting over there. They're really appreciating this.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, as the matches progress and progress, more people are paying attention to what's going on in the matches because, you know, the matches are getting tougher and the excitement is getting stronger and stronger as well, right? Everybody wants to see a championship match, and they like to see the people that get on the way there.
Gord makes a good point. He says, you know the Chinese professionals by now. You should be able to get one of them to send you a Huawei phone.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe the next stream we do will be from a cell phone. You guys won't even know.
We'll have to find a way to plug it into a mixer, though, somehow.
Bluetooth.
Yeah. Do they have Bluetooth mixers, though?
Oh, yeah. They sure do.
Well, this is definitely not what she wanted to get. And she's going to have to come up with a really nice shot here if she wants to be able to get out. She's calling the bank to the corner.
Kind of got to put everything into this bank. Not much two-way to be involved there.
And she's trying to play shape for the 7 ball, too. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of extra going on in that shot.
Yeah, that's what made the two-way unavailable.
Yeah.
She needed to either play shape or play the bank.
Yeah, she would have just focused on the bank. She makes the bank, but she probably doesn't get a nice shape.
That's right.
You can always tell what the player was thinking according to where the cue ball ends.
Yeah, exactly. She was definitely contemplating missing that bank on the side rail side of the bank, but she couldn't hit it hard enough to get any kind of two-way. What a cut shot that was from Tomami.
Now, can you go side view to see if that 7 has any kind of way to get past that 10?
Not into the
No, it
lower
doesn't.
right. I'm pretty sure it only goes in the lower left.
Yeah.
But she can cut this in.
Yeah, she could definitely cut this in.
And I think the cue ball misses the 9 and comes around like 3 rails, maybe 4 rails.
I think maybe she can thin this out enough where she can come off just 2 rails back to the middle on the left side of the 9.
Oh, you know, another option here is actually go into the 9.
Yeah, that's another good option, too.
It's like even if you hit the 9 on either side, you'll be okay. And if you hit it full, it tends to follow through it a bit. See,
Yeah,
just like that,
that's
it
a good
follows
one.
through it a touch.
Yeah. And it's okay here because, you know, she's going to have a nice angle to be able to get back for the 9. So that was a good, well-thought-out shot.
Yeah, she hit it super well, too. Not only that, but she potted the ball well. The cut wasn't that easy. She made it look super easy. I think she draws this out for the left side pocket. Oh, she needs a big bounce here. She's going to be on the wrong side of the ball.
She gets a little bit of a bounce. Might have to settle for a longer shot.
Yeah, a little bit longer on the 10 than she'd like, but it shouldn't be an issue.
No, because in the end, like, you're cutting the table in half, so really it's like a 4.5-foot shot.
But there's pressure on these balls. She knows 3-0 is too big of a mountain to climb.
She needs this one just to get the confidence going. Good shot.
Doesn't want to be on the rail.
Yeah, that's a little bit too far.
Yeah, you'd want to be just a little more off the rail, then you have the whole cue ball to work with, but she's only got the top of the cue ball now.
Yeah, and I feel like when I run into this position, I kind of acknowledge the fact that I get to the rail that close, and it kind of bothers me. It throws me off when I shoot the shot.
Yeah, you're almost a little bothered that you got that close, right?
Yeah.
Makes it a little tougher.
Yeah.
Certainly missable from there.
You can see it, man. You can always see the player, what they're going through.
Yeah, and these two players are very tough to read, but definitely you could see she was slightly bothered by that.
Yeah, it was an important rack for her, too. I mean, she can still get this rack, but it's an important rack for her, so there was a little bit extra pressure being against the rail like she was.
I think Chen cuts us in. I
Yeah.
think it's a free shot, a shot she shouldn't have had, and it's kind of like easier to stay loose on this ball.
That's right, and she's got a nice tangent line that doesn't really make her scratch in any way, so she can just let loose on the shot. Worst comes to worst, it's 2-1.
Yeah, like just middle ball should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Look at this practice routine.
She's trying to, it's like golf, when you take that putting swing, she's
That's
trying to
right.
figure out the weight.
That's right. I loved that because you never see players do that.
No.
But that was great. She's trying to get a feel for the shot.
And now we get to see how that, look, her hand's in the pocket. See how flush the pocket is?
Yeah, and you can't do that on any other table. And it would make this shot like 3 times as hard.
And look at that beautiful shot.
Oh,
wow.
Goodness, this Miss Chen is shooting the eyes off the balls.
Wow. See, and I feel like that's the advantage of having this kind of table, man, because your hand just sits so flat on it. You don't feel like you're over the pocket. You feel like you're just shooting a regular shot.
Off the rail?
Yeah.
Just a regular off-the-rail shot. Oh, what a treat it was to see her cut that ball in.
Yeah, but she, like we both said, she didn't really have a lot to worry about too much there. She just had to make the shot. And if she didn't make it, she was okay with that still.
That's right.
But I don't think she doubted that she was going to make it at any point. And I really like that she kind of pre-stroked her to figure out the weight for the shot.
Yeah, that was super cool.
That's probably how she delivered the shot, though, right?
I love
envisioning
that.
it.
Yeah, just like a golf routine,
Yeah.
So big shout out to the sponsors: Jam Up Apparel, Kamui, CSI, WPBA, Alpha Coin, and the sponsors of Predator Pro Billiard Series, Arcadia Cloth, Medalla Premium Light, Rums of Puerto Rico, Cybert's Billiard Supply, CSI International, and of course, the one and only Q Sports Live, bringing Predator up here to Canada for the first time that the whole Predator team came.
Yeah. A lot of great efforts worked up behind the scenes to make everything come together, and Grant put in a lot of work to make it all happen.
Some super efforts, and Grant is run absolutely ragged over the last month or so.
Looks like a mad scientist.
Like 0 sleep and just going crazy. Make sure if you guys see Grant, thank him for all the hard work he does putting on an event like this.
Yeah, it's great to see Predator get involved with Canada like this. I am enjoying this. It's going to be fun to see it keep going every year.
Oh, and look at this. Amber was 2019 Japan Open champion, beating Rubelin Amit 7-5.
So she's been a champion for the last few years.
Yeah, after then she didn't join any international tournaments because of COVID, of course. But it was funny because I was mispronouncing her name. And somebody said, why don't you just call her Amber? And I was like, well, who's Amber? And then I thought, Amber Chen, I've heard of Amber Chen.
Yeah.
And I couldn't put a face to the name,
I wonder, is that what her name actually translates into?
Yeah, I'm not
Or is
not
that
sure.
just a name she figured that everybody can just use that was easier?
Yeah, it could just be one of those. I know.
Like a trademark name.
I have a ton of friends from Asia, and that is a lot of the time they kind of just pick a name.
Yeah.
That tends to be just easier to translate than their original name. So 4-ball pass to the 10. She's elevated a touch over this 7. It is all ball fouls. She needs a little siding on this ball, which makes elevated a lot tougher. Oh, look at the control.
Perfect execution. Is going to come up a little bit short, though. Just a little bit. She can make the shot.
The thing with this is she'd rather come up here than too far and have the cue ball traveling into the 10.
That's right, because now she still has a nice tangent line to get back to the 6.
Absolutely. Anthony wants to know, is the championship game tomorrow? It will be. Championship match will be tomorrow, scheduled for 3 o'clock. They'll have the 2 semifinals first at 10 and noon. That's all in Mountain Time. Robert, the men's event is being rescheduled. And there you go. Ederly Chu says they just pick a name. She just picked a name. Amber's good game.
Yeah,
good
it's
name.
such a good name. It's like the name of a champion.
Amber Chen. It's a good name.
Yeah, for real. Sounds like a historical name, in my opinion. Like, I don't know.
It's
many,
a
many
name
accomplishments.
Definitely a name we'll be remembering.
That's right.
In the pool world over the following 30 years or so. I'm not sure. I think she's very young.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying she was 2-time junior champion.
In 2017, right?
Yeah, I think they said, 2017. She beat Allie Fisher. And 2016 and 2018, she won the World Juniors. So in 2018, she was still under 18 years old.
Well, it said there she was 17 years old. It said just below there, it showed that.
Yeah, she was 17 in...
when she won that Juniors. Right there,
yeah, in 2017,
so
she was 17. Yeah, so she's 22. So she's got solid 30 years left, maybe 40,
oh, man,
of playing this high-level pool.
What a journey she's going to have. And just imagine how much more deadly she's going to become.
Well, how about this journey? Up and over the 10, trying to make the 7. This would be quite the way to end the match if she can find a way to pot this ball.
Almost makes it.
Just missed it. And it's not over yet for Tomami. I did say earlier in the event, at some point we're going to see a player up 3-0 and lose. Could this be the time?
Well, she's going to have to start off here on this rack. She's got a good chance at it.
Rita Chow is Amber's coach. And she started playing tourneys when she was 11. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, about 5-6 years. When a young kid, they probably learn about 20 years of pool.
That's right. Savannah Easton has shown us that. She's only 13, been playing for a year, and she's lights out.
Yeah, we never would have imagined that somebody could be that good so fast. I watched her play on the stream yesterday, and honestly, like, it's I don't know. I can't explain how monstrous she is, and she's so tiny.
Yeah. She's so talented.
Such a fierce competitor, too. All business on the table, man. She sees the shot. She looks at it. Is it the right one? It's the right one. Boom, it's in.
And they don't call her Roadrunner for nothing. She motors around the table. Super fun to watch.
Yeah, she is. I'm telling you, she's going to be very exciting to watch as she gets older, too. We're going to have her and Amber Chen having a showdown at some point.
And this Tamami might have something to say about that as well. She's playing very good this tournament. This 10 ball to keep her alive in the field.
It's a bit of a pressure shot, but she's going to make it.
Oh, my goodness. It just wiped its feet. I thought she was hanging it.
She needed that. She really needed that.
So they're saying Amber's got a vintage Southwest cue, too. I was trying to figure out what kind of cue that was. It's got to be like an $8,000 cue. It's super vintage.
Yeah, and the older the cue, the more value.
Shout out to my home pool room here, Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta. Just got brand new cloth on all the tables. Just in time for the Q Sports Live Invitational happening next Wednesday evening.
I am so looking forward to going there again. I had such a great time in 2019 at Leather Pocket.
Gonna be a great time. Leather Pocket owner was in the room today.
Yeah, I know. I seen Len a little earlier.
Yeah.
He's go, go, go all the time, man, but he loves pool.
Yeah, he's such a huge lover of the game. He drove all the way here. He's not playing in the event. He just drove to come hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Royce Kwan, the YouTube, says he's going to Asia for 2 months in November, and he can get me some Huawei's.
There you go. Somebody going to be calling the police or something saying Ben's got an illegal Huawei.
That's what practice room's saying. So you sponsor communism?
Oh, that's why they banned it.
Yeah, it's a political thing for sure.
Super political. I see. I get it.
And he makes a good point. He says he'd be surprised if there were an infrastructure for their phones to even connect.
Yeah.
Probably correct. Probably can't even get a signal.
Yeah, you're right.
Thin on this one to try to get safe here from Tomami. And
It's a little bounce here, but
she's well under hit it.
yeah, the 6 was supposed to be the blocker.
I think you got to favor over hitting it there. Even if you come too far, you might have had the 3 as a blocker as well, but
Yeah.
under hitting it was like the cardinal sin there.
She just tried to play a little too perfect.
Tried to get cute. Let's see if Amber can punish her here with a good return.
Well, she
Cue
can
ball
bring that
behind the
cue ball.
10.
Yeah, up this way.
She didn't get it either.
Well,
Might
maybe.
be behind the 2, though.
Yeah, it looks like she's got something there. The 2 and the 9 are working as blocks.
Definitely.
Like, I don't think either one of them are in the way, but they're both in the way.
That's right. Together
They are.
form a wall.
It's like, I ever seen that video where the guy shoots a shot and it kind of like, it goes straight, then it curves like a nest and then makes the shot?
That's right.
I'm thinking about that shot right now.
Too funny.
She pulled the S shot on me. What? The S shot?
It's funny. Practice room says, see, that was one of those pre-programmed buttons. Oh, so close.
Oh, so close. Yeah, that's right.
Daniel Garcia says he thinks her boyfriend is Robbie Capito. That is who she came with, Amber Chen. She's been hanging with Robbie. Quite the player himself, Robbie Capito.
It would have been fun to see the men's event here because I feel like it would have been a deadly field. It just didn't work out, you know, crossover dates and a little bit of everything, but it's going to come.
It will happen.
And now you got some extra time to kind of train for it too, so lucky you.
That's right. That's right. Because trust me, I wasn't ready. If it happened this week, I was not ready at all.
Well, you guys have just been so busy with everything, man. You know, there's no way you could have been in any way prepared for this.
I would have gave it a big run, but yeah, like even just all of July, I just worked all of July.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah, super unlucky to end up stuck behind this 9 because she played a doozy of a shot there. I don't think she has any of this, too. I don't think she can see any side of it. She's going to need to kick at it. I do believe. And if you're just tuning in, everyone, we're live at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open, playing in Red Deer, Alberta at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. We do have another stream in the room currently happening live on YouTube. It's the World Billiard TV channel. They're currently streaming Sarah Rocha versus Amalia Matas, and it looks like that one's going to go to a shootout.
It's about to, yeah, with a 3-0 lead. It's looking like that.
So make sure you head on over there, show them some love as well. And if you're looking for the brackets for the tournament, they're on ProBilliardSeries.com.
I thought you were telling me to go head over there. I was like, yeah, I'll go check out the first shootout.
Yeah, see you later. Nice knowing you, he says.
Yeah. I might get sick a little earlier.
See ya. That's what I said when we first got here, too. And I was like, are the tables set up? No, the truck arrives at 11. I was like, oh, my back. Just like instantly got this twinge in my back. So sore.
I was the opposite, man. I was feeling pain like crazy on Monday. And then Tuesday I walk in, I seen the table set up, and I was like, I was healed. Immediately I have felt no pain.
Yeah. Marty says his long shot special is Christina Zlateva to win this event. That's not that long of a shot. Now she's into the final 8.
Every one of the players remaining in this tournament right now, they all got a shot at it. But, you know, you think about the ones with the most experience, the ones with the most titles, but you just never know, you know. There's a reason why, you know, pool is so exciting, because in the end it just comes down to who plays the best on that day.
And the short format is really anybody's game.
Wouldn't it be exciting to see a final championship with a shootout?
Right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty exciting.
Like the one that happened in Germany when they went to like 9 innings. Unbelievable. And they were just drilling them. It looked like neither one of them was ever going to miss.
If something like that happened, I bet you like all the team league players would all stop playing just to watch.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like in Vegas, too, you could see in Vegas, as soon as the shootout happened, the crowd just formed around and there was twice as many people watching. Great stroke from Tomami, but she crashed the 9.
It's all okay to make the 8 ball, though. No real threat here for the cue ball either.
I think pretty natural to get to the 9 next. Do you play the 9 in the side, or do you play it in the top left?
Tough to play to the side here. I feel like I go to the left. Yeah. Off the 2 rails. Medium stroke. I like that.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, she got a little extra there too, which is going to give her a nice angle to be able to come back up for the 10.
And she's not saying quit yet. 3-1 here, looking to get it to 3-2. Clawing back.
I told you the last one was good for her, man. She needed it.
Yeah, very big. Just when it looked like Amber might close it out at 4-0. Suddenly, Tamami has it to 3-2.
Atta girl. I'm clapping for that one too, man. I like to see it go all the way.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't love to see a shootout, right?
I'll scream.
If it does happen to go that far, this is what the shootout's going to look like. We're not there yet, but I'll give you guys an idea what it'll look like. 4 innings, alternating sides. If they tie after 4 innings, they'll move the cue ball back a diamond, cut that rectangle into a square, at which point it'll be sudden death. Whoever flinches first will lose.
I think, maybe the first couple shots, no problem, but if you happen to get to the point where you're making like 9, 10 attempts, like at that point, it becomes a little bit more intense. Every shot you start thinking like, which one is going to break down first, right?
That's right. So Tamami to break. She needs a big one here just to get it to Hill. Can't afford any more mistakes, or she will be exiting the tournament. She hit that one good, but she is not making a ball.
No, and there's a shot on the 1, or, whatever you want to do with it, I guess.
I think she can cut it in, maybe use a 7 as a stopper. The 4 ball kind of slowed down in a weird spot there, so it's not going to be a super easy out.
Well, and that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Because reality is, like, Tamami needs some breaks at the table to be able to get to the hill on this one.
That's right.
And I feel like the pool gods are kind of watching this match now. They wanna give us a good show.
Absolutely. Tricky little shot here with the rest, especially. She played the bank. Are you kidding me?
What a shot.
How good is that? Obviously, somewhat of a two-way shot, but it never looked like a two-way shot because it went right in the heart of the pocket and she's straight in on the 2.
Almost like she had ball in hand. Straight to the pocket.
Pretty awesome shot. What does she do with the 3 here?
I think you just kind of have to crash into it or settle for the combination.
Try to go forward into it, maybe. I don't know if she has enough angle.
Oh, she's playing safe. She couldn't really get up there. She's going to leave the 2 ball, too.
Smart shot, but misplayed.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that play, too. If she could have sent the cue ball into the 8, she would have opened up the 4 as well.
Yeah. Just missed it, though, barely.
I wonder if the 4 ball goes into the side pocket by the 8. I think it does.
Yeah, it looks like it's on a good side of it.
So not too much to do here other than shape the 3.
Well, you almost, I don't know. I guess you got to make the shot, so you're going to naturally come into that 8 and 4. You can't really do much else with this. Might have to settle for a billiard shot. Well, she didn't make it, and she would have likely had to go for a billiard shot from there.
Yeah, I don't think she had anything else really from there. Let's see if Amber tries to spin into the 3. Lots of right spin here. It's possible. Might require a little low spin as well.
Yeah, there's the shot that I've seen where you do like you put more contact on the object ball and you just put a lot more spin with some draw, and then usually as soon as it hits the rail, it takes a straight sharp turn to the left.
That's right. And you're hitting the 2 a little thicker, so you change the angle. She tried to play safe.
No, well, maybe she did. I don't know. I feel like maybe she was trying to play that shot.
No, she was safe in that the whole way.
Was she? Yeah. Well, that's a great save.
Really good.
She just nailed that one.
Really good save.
If a player plays that shot at me, man, I just give him my money.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Give me your cue, too. Car keys, house keys. That's good. I'm done.
Yeah, I know. It's tough to get out.
This is a tricky little out here to try to hit this ball, get a rail, and get safe. And looks like she's done all of the above.
Yeah,
What
a
a
little bit
shot.
of distance, too, between the 3 and the 9. So now the 3 ball's available to the corner.
I think we'll see Amber put her in jail here, though. Probably bank the 2 down table and leave the cue up under the 4. She could go the other way as well. Try to put the cue ball behind the 8.
Well, one thing we know, she's good at her banks, but we also know that she knows her angles because of that.
Speed looks good here.
A little bump into that 6 would be amazing. Oh, that's good. That's good. I think she could see some of it, though, right?
Yeah, I think it leaked out just enough. It looked like it was going to sit up under the 6, but
I don't know. I guess the ref might get called into this one.
Yeah, he should be up there already taking a close look, but
especially because it's a jump shot.
He's actually not at a bad angle with where he's sitting on his stool, so I think he'll be okay to make a good call here.
This is a pretty intense shot.
And to be honest, these ladies are so deadly accurate.
Ooh. Oh, man, I have to scream with that one.
Speaking of deadly accurate,
oh my!
No referee needed.
My.
She got absolute 0 reward.
What a shot.
Absolute 0. She's still got the jump cue in her hand, so she's going to try to jump at this one and maybe bank it into the top right with the safety involved. Yeah, she's calling it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I like that she's taking a little bit of time here, so just instead of jumping from jump to jump.
Not getting away with this one.
No.
She's left a thin cut or a possible bank.
Well, I felt like she's a closer, and this is probably the first time she has a real chance to close out. We'll see if she can do it. The table's available. Everything goes. The 6 goes to both pockets.
And yeah, the stream on the Facebook's lagging a little bit, guys. So if you just want to head over to the YouTube, seems to be running super smooth over there. Same channel, Q Sports Live, same logo, you'll find it.
You could also maybe just exit the room, come back in. Sometimes that helps.
Yeah, usually if I'm getting it lagging on my end too, it's...
Oh, it's lagging on our end.
Yeah, like I'm watching it on my phone here and it's doing the same thing. Cutting in and out sometimes. I'm starting to think it's a computer issue. Because it doesn't do it to the YouTube. Very strange. Good shot from Amber there. She's landed pretty good on this 4. Just not quite as much angle as she'd like to bounce that cue ball off the rail. She can just draw this one back a little bit.
Nice execution on that one.
She's got that sweet cue action, that loose wrist. Nice snap. Good follow through. She's got all the tools to be a serious force for many, many years.
She's got a backwards angle on this 5. Do you think she can spin forward from here or maybe just set up for the longer shot?
I think she has to play this with low right. And try to get the cue ball close to where it is now off that rail.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 rails around. The only thing she's got to watch is she doesn't get too much angle where the cue ball's going into the 10 when she shoots the 6. Oh, she drilled it. Where's she going there? She's trying to play it to the other corner. She's landed not that bad, actually. No. This is pretty natural.
She read it pretty good. She knew, like, there was a shot earlier where she came up just a little bit short on something similar, so she put a little bit extra on this one just to make sure she got up there.
Yeah, and again, better to be on this angle than the above angle where the 9 comes into play, so she won't mind this. She might land on the wrong side of the 7, which shouldn't be a huge issue either. Let's see how still she stays here. Watch her head just stay completely still. Head stayed nice and still, but she didn't make the ball. Overcut it a little.
She's a little disappointed.
And she should be. That was a big chance to close this match out, and now all of a sudden, this could be hill.
That could have been, you know, last minute thought in that as she was about to shoot. Maybe that's why she walked away looking so disappointed, because she had a thought creep into her head. I don't know. It's hard not to feel it, you know, when you're this far into the tournament, you're about to win. There's a little bit of nerves, right?
Speaking of nerves, shootout on the arena table.
Oh, missed that one there.
Yeah, another chance for Amber to close this one out.
I heard somebody say, ooh, again, so I think the next person missed too.
Ooh, yeah. See the spam bots in their YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah.
Go check out World Billiard TV on YouTube, guys. They got a shootout going on over there.
There was somebody that was going into the streams, and they were trying to tell people that if you wanted to watch this, that you have to go on there and sign up. Yeah.
One of my friends got it. One of my Space Cadet friends signed up.
Cancel your cards.
Yep, that's right. What a shot there from Amber. What a fantastic shot.
Yeah, she's making up for the last one there.
Yeah, and this is a chance that I can't imagine she'll let slip.
Yeah, not anymore. That last one was the last opportunity.
That's correct. She'll be closing this one out. Really only one good shot required this one, because the next two are pretty easy.
Yeah, just has to get shape here, which is natural.
And you see her take her time because she recognizes the moment.
That's right.
She knows that this is the shot that'll win her the match. And even a little more time.
Well, she just had a background thought in the last shot, right? So
yeah, and just get
it's natural that it's going to try to creep up again.
It may have been that her arm was just a touch close to that 10 ball, too. They are playing all ball fouls.
Yeah, you're right. It could have been that.
Look at how accurate she was on that shot. She hit it right down the middle of the pocket.
I feel like when she finished that shot, like almost like she took a second to take a quick, deep breath.
Because she knew.
That she's relieved, right? She knows she's here at the finish line.
That was the relief, yeah. One more shape shot required. She gets good on the 9. This is over.
Yeah, and so the only other thing is just not to miscue or something like that here, but
that's right.
She will.
That'd be about the only thing stopping her, yeah.
Can't really lose position here for the 10 ball.
And we do have another match coming up right after this, scheduled for 7 o'clock, which is 3 minutes from now. So they will be a little bit behind, but not too far.
Hope you guys enjoying the coverage. It's been fun being in the seat and hanging out with Ben so far.
Oh, it's been a pleasure having you in here, too, of course. And this 10 ball to send Amber Chen into the final 8 of the Canada Open.
It's in.
And she does just that.
She played an incredible, incredible game. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see how much greater she's going to get over the years.
So strong. So make sure you don't go too far. We got another match. It's coming up right away. And Christina Zlateva versus Joanne Ashton.
And by the way, like is the other match done? It's not done, right? This one they're still playing?
They're in the shootout right now.
Yeah, they're in the shootout right now. So if you guys want to watch on YouTube, you can catch the shootout. The winner of that table is playing the winner, or I guess playing against Amber.
It actually looks like the shootout is over.
1-1.
Oh no, 1-1.
It's gonna be over if Roca makes it.
Yeah, if Sarah Roca makes the ball, it's over. But make sure you guys head over there quick. Watch the end of that one.
You see that? She went and did a quick prayer. You know, she's just hoping she gets another opportunity here.
So we'll be back in probably about 10 or 15 minutes, guys. Don't go too far. Get some popcorn. Use the bathroom. Make sure you don't miss the next match.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, I'm telling you. Great matches coming up.